Hello and welcome. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Ashes Storm. It's a very humid, extreme humidity. So I'm usually a very fast walker, usually a speed walker, but today I must slow down. And it's okay. They say the high today will be 30 degrees. And I wanted to talk about something I heard last night. Happened in St. Louis. I think that's Missouri. I think. In the US. And it was very tragic. 5 children between the ages of 2 and 10. The oldest being 9 years old. They died. They were killed in a fire. Apparently, the mother left 5 children unattended to go pick up her friend who had come from work. I think the friend came from work and the mother was to pick up the friend at like the subway. And so she left the children with the intention of being very brief. It was supposed to be, like maybe around 10 minutes. But 10 minutes or less is all it takes for 5 children to perish in a fire in an apartment building. And apparently there were several other units, at least 7. And it just so happened that nobody else was home, which was odd. So in a whole apartment building were 5 little children left alone. When I first heard this story, this is not the side of the story I was listening to. This woman was very dramatic, and she kept on referencing the mother and how the authorities are going to come down on her because you know how they are with black women, always coming down on us harshly. And she said that she was there and she's going to be there to support the woman and willing to help her find legal representation if or as required. So she was, to me, already absolving the mother of any responsibility in that. And that's, I keep seeing some black women just not acknowledging where we, as black women, have our faults and flaws. This is a fatal flaw, to leave little children alone. You are super breeders. You're having children, you're dropping them. Where's the father, right? Is there a father involved? There are 5 children, and the mother leaves them alone in an apartment to go help out a friend. So as far as I'm concerned, that's not good parenting. She's like, and the friend knows that there are 5 children and that they're going to be left alone. So how can you in good conscience accept a ride from a mother who appears to be single? I don't know. That's just very strange. And I'm going to say to you again, black women, you're just dropping babies. She is, I heard that she's very young, okay? She's very young. 5 young children. And doesn't have the good sense. So she leaves her children in an unsafe situation. I don't know what was the cause of the fire. They're still investigating. But you have to keep your eye on children. You have to supervise children. You people send your children to daycare. And even at the daycare, stuff is happening. I saw a little bully beating these little babies. Babies! They were babies. He was older for some reason. I don't know why he was in the daycare. But he was assaulting these children. And these black women who were there as caregivers were so damn stupid. Like they could not catch... Construction again everywhere, right? So they couldn't catch that boy. I saw it all. It was on camera. And the old black ladies who were supposed to be there as caregivers for your children in a daycare always happened to have their back turned. The guy was doing this stuff very close to the woman, two of them, and they didn't see him doing these things. He was punching these little children, just wicked, doing nasty, wicked bullying. They were babies. I wouldn't even call it bullying because they were babies. He was abusing them in a daycare. And I'm going to urge you, please, first of all, you black guys, you want to empty out your sperm into women's vaginas, but you don't want the responsibility of helping raise the children you leave behind. So many of you, I heard you recently, yesterday, this guy, I blocked him because he's talking shit. He already has children with a woman he's not married to. Talking about, oh, he'd love to have another baby. I'd love to have another baby. Go have one then. Right? And, oh, I love a lot of babies. Well, why don't you marry the mother? Okay? You're just having sex. Why don't you just admit it? You love having sex. What is the reason why you love having babies? Because babies need care. They need safety, stability, love, attention, affection. You're not there to give to them. So, I have two little bambinas in the family, my brother's children, a little boy and girl, aged now 4 and 5. When they were younger, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, they come over. The little baby was 1, few months. She's crawling. I'm on the floor crawling with her. Her mother was obese. Her mother is obese. The obese mother cannot get on the floor and crawl with the child. Children need the safety, so you have to childproof the home. You have to childproof the house. The little child baby is crawling, trying to get under a table. And so you gotta see what the children are getting into. You gotta check. You can't just leave the children unattended and go do your thing, which is what many of you do. You leave the children here, there, and everywhere. And in some cases, you leave the children alone. So why are you having children that you're just going to abandon? I don't understand that. I remember when I was a little girl, I was left alone a lot. My little brother was left alone a lot. My other baby brother left alone a lot. My little sister, she was sent to the father's family in the country, where she was surrounded by, aunties, uncles, and the children of the aunties, and a grandmother. But the rest of us were left alone a lot. I was left with my grandmother. She had a business to run. But the thing is with me, I was always the strange, unusual. They call me a unicorn. I'm different. I'm different from the average. I'm different from the rest. I'm different from most. I actually enjoy solitude, still do. I'm hermit-like. I love being alone. So, to me, being alone, it wasn't so sad. Poor me, I'm alone. I loved it. Because my grandfather, working at a library, I had access to books. And I love to read. And my godfather worked at a printery, gave me paper on my way to school. Every morning I would stop by and have nice different colors of paper. And I started to write. I love to read and write. You want to do these things in solitude. So it's okay. But at that age, to have all these children and to not have the good sense to not abandon them, going to save your friend. I know many black women will be angry, will be mad at me, will not appreciate what I'm saying, but you all are the ones choosing to have children and also choosing to not care for them as they need, as they deserve. You can't just leave your children alone. It didn't take long for these children to perish in a fire. And I hope and pray that you don't have any more children, because you obviously don't deserve to have them. I also heard that they moved into that apartment 5 months ago because their previous home burned down again because of a fire. So I would like to know what was the cause of the fire in this case, and what was the cause of the fire in the other case. Anyway, it's very hot. I'm walking in the sun. I'm on my way to the market to get my fruit and tropical fruit that I enjoy at this time in season, because once the weather turned cold, we don't have access to that anymore. So I enjoy it at this time when it is readily available, and I love it. So, thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. And I'm not trying to be hard on black women. I tell it as I see it. I tend to be impartial. I don't take a side with black people. I don't choose the men over the women over the men. I see the things that are out of order, and I would like some order in all this chaos and disorder. Good day.